First off, this took place in middle school. Second off, I wasn't the one cheating. It was just two students were cheating off of my paper because, put simply, they didn't have good grades, and I mostly got A's in that class. So how it started, though, was one kid that was juvie material, a lot of trouble. He decided that he wanted to cheat off my paper, and we sat next to each other in the classroom. So it wouldn't have been that hard, for him to ask all the time, because he did. Until one day he decided, physical threats, which, of course, I was just like, oh, whatever, take the paper, because, I knew he was good for it. But eventually, like a few days after the really bad kid got my paper, another one decided that, I'm going to cheat off your paper too. Which, he was just having bad grades. He wasn't threatening me or anything like that. He just, wanted to have a better grade. But I was like, well, if, you guys want to be failures, instead of learning it, just copy off my paper, fine, and whatever. Well, this went on for a month. A whole month. And the whole time, we're doing this in the classroom. The teacher's at most 40 feet away from us. So, I'm just like, okay, any day it should be caught, right? No, it was over a month. And finally, she rearranged the seating in the classroom. So, I get away from the really troubled kid. But the other one's still with me. And he still wants to cheat off my paper. So, I'm given paper, and where we got moved to was not even 15 feet away from the teacher. I mean, literally, she could just do this, and she'd be looking over our heads. And to all the way to the back of the classroom. She was so close to us. I mean, we were in the table, or at the table, right in front of her. So, a couple more days of just him cheating off of my paper, and I decide, okay, I've had enough of this. I'm just gonna get this out and over with. But you can't speak up. I mean, especially now if you got a kid that's violent and you know it. But after he was out of the picture for a while, I figured, okay, I can maybe get out of this finally. But, because teachers seem to know to say just the wrong thing to get you into more trouble with the bullies and anybody else like that. But, anyway, we're sitting there. I hand my paper like always, because that was the custom. Just sit down, hand me your paper, basically. And I was like, I can get out of this finally. So I just stared at him as he cheated off my paper. I was just like, that. Just watching. Right there with the teacher right there. It took 3 more days before finally she caught us cheating, even though I didn't need to cheat at all. I had good grades. And I don't say go around cheating either. Because I believe that if I'm going to get F, I'm going to get F. If I'm going to get a C, I'm going to get a C. But the funniest thing, though, she decided that, I'm going to make an example of you, basically. She stood there, took our papers, looked directly at me, and said to me, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. He's there cheating off your paper, and you're staring at him. Did you really think you were going to get away with this? And I'm just like, it was the only way to get you to notice he was cheating on my paper or anybody. I mean, what more do I have to do? I can't speak up. That won't end well for me. But, so she proceeds to rip up our papers and give me an F, of course, for that day. I did not ever tell her that, by the way, this went on for a much longer period than you're aware of. I mean, if she suspected it, should have asked me about it, but it wasn't never like that. Just, that's how it ended. And the cheating was, as far as that goes, it stopped, which was good, because it was really irritating me.